Funding for this video is brought to you in part by Ana Luisa and from viewers like you. Thank you.
Good morning. Dwayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School. You know, there's times in life we get to the place where we're like, I'm just not in a good place. And sometimes we think, I think I'm depressed. And sometimes we feel hopeless and we don't know what to do. I think a lot of times we get to a place that's not a good place. It turns out it's exhaustion. And there's physical exhaustion, but there's also mental exhaustion and emotional exhaustion.
I'm tired of having to beg for help. It's just very confusing to me.
When my full-time job is my body, and even when I'm putting my all into that, taking time off of work, and focusing on just sleeping and I'm eating healthy, and I'm going to the gym, and I'm even taking it easy at the gym, and I'm I don't drink, and I don't smoke, and I don't do drugs, I don't do anything. I literally don't do anything. It's hard to just be like, what's the point? I'm doing everything and it doesn't matter. There's nothing else to give.
Sometimes it's just you're in a mental situation, and you have been for a long time, and you haven't stopped to rest. Now, if you're going to rest from physical exhaustion, you need to rest for a period from physical activity. It's not rocket science. Makes sense, right? You have to stop doing what it is that is exhausting you.
I'm so tired.
So that you can come back to doing it again. Well, if you are mentally exhausted, then you need to put that down for a little bit. Long enough to rest to recover and then come back to it. I don't want to be wore out to the point that I quit this journey, but I'm tired. And we get too exhausted to go on when we don't just stop and take little rests. Rest with the understanding that I'm catching my breath so I can come back and continue on my journey. So I can continue doing what I'm doing, all right? But rest, okay? Whether it's mental, emotional, or physical. Don't wear yourself out to the point that you're no good to anybody. Including yourself.
What's up, punks, and welcome to video. It's been a while since we've vlogged together. I'm psyched to be here. Thank you so much for your patience and for still sticking around. If you're not new here, it's been a rough year, but hey, we're still standing, and that is the greatest victory of them all, now isn't it? However, if you're new here, hi, my name is Allie. Around these parts, we balance daily life alongside disability, celebrate mundanity, and read a whole lot of books if that wasn't abhorrently obvious, and I've been gone for a little bit. So I'd like to start this off with a whole bucket of thank yous, because if it weren't for y'all, I wouldn't have a job. So first of all, I'd like to send out some appreciations to everyone on patreon.com. Everyone on there truly does keep the lights on over here. If it weren't for Patreon, there would be no Allison pages, and I mean that literally. So thank you for making the Discord such a warm, cozy, and safe place. Thank you for reading with me every month. Just thank you for everyone on there, not just for being on there, but for being who you are on there. And thank you so much to everyone who's already placed their pre-orders for the snail and spoon shirts. We've reopened a couple of the older snail designs and have since launched an embroidered spoon design. So the shirt that I'm wearing right now is embroidered in honor honor of spoon theory. All of the designs have to do with being autistic, being chronically ill, things of the like. And every campaign that we do donates to charity. So it means so much to me that y'all have been on it, even though I have not been able to promote it as much as I wanted to and planned. They're available for pre-order for another week, no pressure. And of course, we got to give it up for today's sponsor because they also make it so we can continue doing what we do here. And today that sponsor is none other than longtime friend of the channel, Luisa. Seeing as we're headed towards the end of 2023 and coming to face a whole load of lovely holidays, I'm here to let you know that Luisa has some great gift options for the jewelry wearing folks that you love in your life. If you're a big cheese ball like me, might I recommend that you get matching jewelry for you and a friend, or you and your mom, or just you and your favorite person, whoever that may be. I recently gifted my best friend from across the pond a mood ring, and now we both have mood rings, and now I think of her every time I look at my mood ring. She loves it, I love it, and it just makes the piece all the more special. And on top of that, Luisa has some great seasonal discounts happening right now, so that makes gift shopping a little bit less stressful on your wallet. I recently selected 3 necklaces because they're my favorite accessory, and I'd like to share them with you. The first one being this cool chunky star necklace, which is called Danielle. There's something about this piece that just makes my inner little Allie so happy. It's playful, yet still mature. I also scooped up this number necklace, and I chose the number 6 because I was born on the 6th, and apparently the number 6 is all about balance, so I just like having this little wearable reminder. And I finally got my paws on one of the most consistently sold out necklaces. It's simple, it's classic, and it's the letter necklace. I've wanted this one for ages, but it's been such a popular choice, so I had to be patient, but I'm excited to join all the other cool folks with my little cool letter. So if you would like any of these pieces or to choose from their vast selection online, then all you gotta do is click the link in the description box below. And there you go. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's video, Luisa. We appreciate you. Now, let's play, ow, goodness gracious. Let's play a little catch up. Luckily, I have some good news, so let's rewind a few weeks back, shall we? Hello, happy Monday. Today's a huge day. I was just sitting here doing my little bullet journal for the week, planning out my week, and we got a call that my migraine shots are available for pickup, which means that we can go in and I can get them done today. If you didn't know, hi, my name is Allie. I suffer from hemiplegic migraines, which are migraines that mimic strokes. I started getting migraines a little over 5 years ago, and I have tried literally everything. I've tried all the medications that a doctor can give you, and apparently you just have to jump through all of those hoops and have migraines extremely frequently in order to qualify for the shot. I typically have 10 to 25 migraines in a month, and apparently these shots are a huge deal. These shots were made to stop migraines and cluster headaches. I just got done watching so many TikToks of people doing them. Apparently they're extremely painful, but of course temporary, and of course worth it if it's going to at least stop or minimize the migraines. I'm just really scared because people are screaming when they get them, and the first time I can't do it at home. I want to do it at home so I can scream at a pillow or hold my stuffed animal or whatever, but for the first time, not only do I have to get 2 instead of the usual 1 a month, I have to do 2 on my first round, and I have to go into the hospital and have the neurologist do it for me to like show me, even though you just put it on your skin and push a button, I think. Oh my god, I hope I have the automatic ones. Okay, thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness. This is what it looks like. It's called Emgality. It is a super mega privilege to have this medication. It's extremely expensive, but when you try everything else, in Belgium at least, you get it covered by your insurance. I'm so not only lucky to have this medication, but so lucky to live in Belgium, because I have no idea how this would work in the United States, and I have no idea how this would work for you. So I'm so sorry if you message me asking for migraine relief or what to do. I don't have the answers. I've just been going to my doctors so many times and trying everything that they recommend and just continuously asking for help and advocating for myself, despite sometimes not getting the most help. But it finally hopefully paid off. This is it. This goes onto your thigh or stomach. I hear that the stomach is better. It's got a little button. I'm gonna put mine back in the fridge. I just wanted to show you. Here's the thing. I know that a little prick in your tummy, no matter how painful, is nothing compared to how debilitating my migraines are. I know that. I know that. Does it make me any less afraid? No, it's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm extremely grateful. I'm just very nervous. So we're gonna go do that. I'm gonna bring some books because we're probably gonna be in the waiting room for a bit, and then I have to stay there for a while to make sure I don't explode. Make sure that I react to the medicine well. Okay, I will be bringing a graphic novel, but I think A Brave Girl Going on an Adventure really fits the theme for going into the hospital. So let's bring Lightfall, the girl and the Galdurian. These two join forces. They go on an adventure. They're looking for the pig wizard, I believe. Wow, look at how cool the cover is. That is such a different energy. I feel like I'm gonna barf. I'm so nervous. Maybe we should change into our little victories hoodie, because today I need it. Ta-da! Even though today will not be a little victory, it will be a huge victory. Maybe we should get some fun band-aids on the way as a reward, because I hear that it makes you bleed as well. Let's do that. We're gonna bring our book. Welcome to the vlog. I was not expecting it to start this way, but here we go. Fingers crossed. I'm so scared. Bye.
Oh, I got poop on my sweatshirt. This is why we have black options.
She's so brave, she's well behaved, she is not afraid.
Oh my gosh, I did it. I did it. It's over. It's done. All those TikToks of people screaming and saying that it's so shockingly painful, but it just feels like a bee sting. And it's over in like 2 seconds. And now hopefully the migraine frequency and intensity will at least be half. We shall see. There's a chance that I will feel kind of like pre-flu, fevery, weakness, tingly kind of symptoms. But that's okay. I intended it to be a bare minimum Monday anyway. I treated myself to some treats at a vegan bakery by the hospital. So this is what we got. They put their cheesecake in this little cup, so it's almost like a parfait. This is the cheesecake that I had for my birthday, and it was so good, and I've been wanting it ever since. So prize for me. I also got us 2 brownies, 1 praline, 1 speculoos, and then 2 cinnamon rolls, and a little strawberry chia seed cake. This looks like the little cake that you have to make for the shy guy in Paper Mario. So essentially childhood dreams come true. This is such a big day, so I went all out. I'm gonna eat my cheesecake. Let's get a spoon. Look at that. So these have already been life-changing. I still have, you know, separate chronic pain or chronic fatigue going on from time to time. I'm still autistic. I still have mental health battles, whatever, sure. But this is such a huge win for being able to do more and to be in pain less. So I'm endlessly grateful. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world. The migraines definitely won't be fully eliminated, but they should seriously decrease in frequency and severity. So here's to hoping. I've even already been able to see the wins of managing this symptom a little bit better. I finally got to see my tattoo appointment through. I originally had it scheduled to get my shoulders tattooed in like July, but unfortunately my migraines were so bad that I couldn't leave the house. So I rescheduled them for November, hoping that I would get my shots in time, hoping that they would work, and luckily we did not have to cancel. This is what my shoulders looked like when they were naked, and this is what they look like now. We pulled up some of the foliage and the berries that I already have on my sleeve, and also to make the right arm cohesive, we threw a dragonfly in there. I couldn't be more happy with them. I love them so much. That was such a huge victory. Like a physical reminder that I was able to leave the house and do something that I wanted to do. So great things all around, right? Everything is great and wonderful, right? Right? Well, unfortunately, and we covered this in the last vlog, I've been essentially ignoring my pain and my bodily cues so we could just keep going. And once a little bit of that weight was lifted off of my shoulders, oh my God, I collapsed. And that's on me, that I have not been taking care of myself, like at all. As some of you may remember, in the summer, I implemented an every other week uploading schedule. But then I felt so much guilt for doing that I started cranking out these 40-minute, hour-long plus video projects and challenges that instead of alleviating some workload, I made the workload significantly heavier. And nobody expected this. Nobody demanded this. In fact, people were telling me to take more time off, stop pushing myself, relax more, do less. But the thing is that just made me want to do even more because everyone is so nice and I wanted to show my appreciation. And also it's just a double-edged sword because I love doing it so much, and I was so sick of my health taking things from me that I think I was subconsciously creating these fake loopholes to trick y'all, and most importantly myself. I tricked myself as well.
I'm taking care of myself. No. I'm balanced. I'm managing my symptoms. I'm making less videos now, and so I'm so focused on my health.
When in reality, I was either just editing for hours and suffering or curled up in bed and suffering, and then rinse and repeat. Life was just not happening at all outside of those 2 things. So I have to make a change. I actually have to implement a regular, balanced routine. I've decided that for a while, I'm not going to be sticking to any specific uploading schedule. I'm going to still shoot for every other week, of course, but just so you know, if there's a video, it'll be up at 5 p.m. on Sunday, Belgium time. And if not, I'm sick and need to heal, or I'm working on something bigger, and it's not something that I can rush in 2 weeks. But I just need to make sure that I'm implementing a regular work schedule and also allowing myself to be a sick person TM. I just gotta not pretend that I'm anything but, which is what I've been doing. Lying to myself, lying to my body, harming myself in the process, and making it so I can ultimately do less in the end anyway. So no more overnights, no more pushing through when I feel like I'm dying. I need to practice what I preach. There's no rush. You know? Also, no, I'm not hiring an editor. Editing is my favorite part. That's why my videos have the flavor that they have, okay? Not happening. Anyway, this is a long-winded way of saying hi. We're recovering from burnout today. That's what this vlog is. It's technically my first vlog for the BLOOMIN READ.A.THON. Information on that in the last video. We barely read, spoiler alert. We're mostly just trying to get our bearings and survive in this video. So let's get it together after a very big big health collapse. We've got doctor's appointments and walks to take and food to make. Let's pick ourselves back up. This video is for anybody who may feel like they've also fallen a little bit, and that's okay. We all fall from time to time. It's how we pick ourselves up and what we choose to do with the after that matters. So let's deal with the after together. Take it away past me. Hello, my friends. I hope the wind isn't too obnoxious. We are currently sitting under one of my favorite trees ever. It's actually 3 giant oak trees, and they kind of create this beautiful little canopy, reading nook of sorts. And of course, due to the temporary nature of this season, you can only really sit here and enjoy their golden leaves for so long, like a couple of weeks. But this is what our forecast has looked like forever. It's just been so wet. Right now I'm kind of hovering on my boots so my butt doesn't get too wet because I have more walking to do, because I've been forcing myself to walk a lot lately. As you've already seen in the beginning of this video, the health has not been healthing. Even though my brain wants me to give up a lot, I'm really doing everything in my power to not. And I just keep fighting, and I keep doing all the things that all the little health girlies say to do, within reason, of course, because most of them are already healthy to begin with. They're just optimizing their already optimal form, it seems, which is great for them. This is just a very long-winded way of saying I've been forcing myself to walk a lot because the sleeping and the eating has not been coming very naturally. Everything's on manual. I've just sort of shut down. My current theory is that the physical health got so bad that the mental health finally just threw in the towel, and I kind of entered a little autistic burnout. And so we are slowly recovering from that. And the thing is, with no matter what it is you may be referring to, if you want to do any good on this planet, you gotta be here, surviving. You gotta be alive. And in order to be here, you gotta keep your little meat sack functioning. You have to maintain the machine that is your body, and part of that body is your brain. So I'm just going to keep doing things that the experts say I need to do to keep those 2 things going well. I think I'm going to keep on my walk. I have a very big doctor's appointment today that I'm not looking forward to. I really don't look forward to any doctor's appointments, but this one especially. I got a lot of thinking I got to do. I got to think about what I want to say. I never know what to say once I'm finally in the chair, you know? I hope it goes well is all I can say. Not hopeful, but still going. Life is an illusion, and I'm here to partake. Stopped somewhere and got some printer paper because I realized I was out, and we have trackers to print. When things are in manual mode for me, I use habit trackers to make sure that I am at least hitting the bare minimum of my survival needs, because otherwise I'll just forget. Sometimes I like to put like fun activities on there, like art and music, and we're definitely gonna throw some on there, but today I'm gonna add things like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, drinking enough water. I'm trying to journal in the morning and at night because my brain feels like it's going at 1,000 miles a minute, and there's just been a lot of cognitive overstimulation, which we've talked about in past videos, how there's sensory overstimulation, like things are too loud, smells are too strong. Then there's also cognitive overstimulation, where your thoughts are just going faster than your brain can process them. And I found that journaling helps a bit with that. And most importantly, and this is the hardest part, not beat yourself up if you can't hit all the boxes every single day. It's really not expected to hit all the boxes every single day. There's only so many hours in a day, and we're not perfect. I'm gonna print out some habit trackers and fill them out. They're on the Patreon for $1 if you'd like one yourself. Let's do it. People are building things outside, so we're back to the Zoom recorder. Sorry, microphone haters. We've printed out our weekly habit tracker. We've got make the bed, stretch and meditate for the morning, journal for the morning, skincare for the morning, breakfast, brush teeth in the morning. Because I don't believe in brushing your teeth before breakfast. I get that that might be quite polarizing. I know we all have very different opinions on that, but I don't want coffee breath. I don't want whatever flavors my breakfast creates to join forces with my lunch, and I just have to live with that for the entire day, you know? I know that you wake up and your breath isn't stellar, but at least you've brushed your teeth before bed, and then in the morning, no food has touched it. That's my philosophy, at least. My logic there. You brush your teeth whenever you want. This is how I do it. Walk, read, art, music, lunch, exercise, play, because I have to put that on a habit tracker, because I will not do fun things. I will forget to do things that I enjoy. Play video games or just hang out with people. Sometimes I get so enveloped in reading for work or editing for work because they are things I enjoy that I just forget to just do things for the fuck of it. So that's on my habit tracker. Clean up, dinner, stretch, meditate PM, journal PM, brush teeth PM, skincare PM, and 3 waters. The goal is to drink 3 of these in a day. I did the little calculator thing. I know you're supposed to drink whenever you're thirsty, but if you have a body that doesn't tell you that you're thirsty, you have to manually track these things. I also printed out this, which is a newer tracker thing that I've made. You see, when things begin to unravel, I feel like I have no control over anything, and so I try and regain control by making things like this. And then I put them on Patreon, so then other people can have some control. This just looks like a weird little chart, like a bunch of lines, but you fill in the days of the week on the top, the hours on the side, and then whatever you want for the bottom. I put dinners and then notes and plans like that. And then you can time block in the hours, keep track of your food and other things that you want to accomplish that day. This works great for me and Lawrence because we will literally forget what we had planned for food. And so having something like this just keeps us a little bit in order. This is a newer one. I'll throw it on the Patreon as well if you're interested. I gotta fill it out some more and put it on the fridge. As far as reading is concerned, this video is starting mid-November for me. I've barely been reading, quite unfortunate. Well, barely been reading for me. I usually read a lot more than I'm reading now, but that's okay. I read Minor Detail by Adanya Shibli, translated by Elizabeth Jacquet. This book is broken up into 2 parts, Palestine in 1949, and then 25 years later, a very horrific crime happens to a particular woman, and then exactly 25 years later, another woman discovers this crime and wants to get down to the bottom of it. It's just barely over 100 pages, easily one of the most difficult books that I've ever read. Obviously check the trigger warnings, but I think it's important to read not just nonfiction about places that we don't know about, but also fiction. There's still so much that we can learn from the stories told from different places. So definitely well written, which was a good and a bad thing, you know? It's always great to read books that are written with skill, but given what this book traverses, ooh, you know, it's difficult. I'm so glad to have read it. I'm grateful that somebody translated this, and I could have given myself a point for the moon space because this does not take place in Belgium or the US, but it's very short, and I think I have other translated books that I'm going to be reading this month. At least that's the plan. So I gave myself a cacti point. Also, last time I checked, this is free on Libro FM if you are an audiobook person. So first BLOOMIN book done. Bada bing, bada boom. This is what I have in mind for what I want to read soon, but like I said, I'm really struggling with reading right now. Oh well, it happens. Last night I got started on the second Moomin book, Comet in Moominland by Tove Jansson. These are just cute children's classic fairy tale stories from like 1949. Ooh, this could count for the Earth space. Wonderful. But it's also very nourishing to my soul. But I have another soul nourishing plan, Lightfall, Shadow of the Bird, which is the second Lightfall graphic novel. The first one was so good. So good. Couldn't recommend it more. And so I'm really looking forward to reading the second one. It's about this girl that meets this Geldurian, which is a creature, person, thing, nice guy. And they go on an adventure together. It hits all the beats. It's funny. It represents anxiety really well. This is so comforting. I'll definitely be giving this one a scoop. Whoa. That's what I've got on my docket currently. As of right now, I do need to make some food. I need to eat really bad, and we can get some points. Look it, we're getting points for reading. We're getting points for existing. Gamify your life and trick your silly little brain into surviving. That's what I'm doing. Okay, great. Good plan. Let's eat. Hello again. We are out for another walk. Yesterday's appointment was a lot. It wasn't good or bad. It was just a lot. Well, I suppose it was good. You know, healthcare is a privilege. Seeing a doctor is a privilege. Getting diagnoses is a privilege. It's just a lot. So I just came home and wept and went straight to bed. But that's okay. We made it through another day. And that's a success in and of itself. I've been thinking about how much I am constantly reminding myself and others that there's no rush to certain things. And I still think that that's very true. I believe that deeply to my bones. However, it's not the complete story, you know? I think the thing I'm trying to say is that yes, there is no rush to your discoveries and your accomplishments and just hitting milestones in your life. You don't need to be on the same page as everybody. It's actually impossible to always be on the same page as everybody and on the same timeline as everybody. However, just because you should celebrate your wins and your victories, that doesn't mean that you can't also feel upset or mourn the loss of the time that you could have had with those discoveries and that self-knowledge. Like, I'm sad for childhood Allie who had no idea about these things. I wish that young adult Allie had these answers. I missed out on a lot of opportunities. I wasn't the best version of myself for people. That's upsetting. So while I'm happy to be learning these things and bettering myself now, it's also okay, I think, to wish you knew them sooner. Both things can exist at once, no matter how complicated and messy that may feel. Because I mean, if you think about it, if we had all the answers from the get-go, then life wouldn't be life, would it? No, we aren't born with all the answers. That's kind of the whole point, which is a positive and a negative, I'd say. I don't know. Sometimes I'm very uncomfortable by the many things that I do not know. And sometimes it's very exciting to think of all the things that I will learn. But the weight of it all is sometimes and often too much. We have to make the mistakes and we have to stumble and we have to fail. Otherwise, we're never gonna grow. It's definitely okay to stop. Sometimes you gotta stop, but also sometimes you gotta pick yourself back up. No, scratch that. You always have to pick yourself back up because you're worth it and the world needs you, you know? I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that we're here. I think I'm gonna go home and make some pumpkin soup and cheesecake. I think that's a good solid choice. And we can get some more reading done. Doesn't that sound nice? I'm reading 2 cozy things at the moment. It's a really beautiful day. And we're back in the kitchen, just like that. I'm already wearing my grout fit. I've got the embroidered spoon on because I am out of them. I'm glad we went for that long walk. The physical exhaustion is matching the emotional exhaustion. That's good, we did it. I think what's most important for me right now is to not wallow. I need to be doing activities and things with my hands and things I can get enveloped in, things like that. So making that soup was a great start, nourishing my body, keeping this machine running kind of thing. I'm now gonna make a cheesecake that's found in my vegan baking Bible. I'm a little nervous for how it's going to go because it says that you need to put it on the top shelf of your oven and then the bottom shelf of your oven, and I'm just working with the toaster oven, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna make a cheesecake and we're gonna read. I just got a few hours of editing in, we got some working in, we did some responsible things, and now we're going to distract some more, be productive some more. Does that sound good? Does that sound great? Great. Day. My cheesecake has been sitting in the fridge. It's really jiggly. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I've never made vegan cheesecake before. I've been wanting to for years. I'm nervous. Let's see. The sun hasn't even risen yet, but it's cheesecake time. You ready?
I have a hot knife.
Oh, quick, quick. Oh my god, I made cheesecake. It's a little goopy in the middle. It might have needed more than 12 hours, or frozen berries is the reason for its demise, but I think it's still gonna taste good.
Yeah.
You know, like more tarty. I like that?
Yeah, I like the bottom.
Give me 2. Breakfast. Oh my god, I made cheesecake.
I have a piece.
You're gonna have a piece? He wasn't gonna have a piece. It's that good. Hello again. Hello, hello. Welcome to Frantic Hours. This is the thing. I'm just about to leave to go see my bookish friend Taz, who I've never met before because she lives in the US and I live here. And I feel like we've been friends for the longest time. She's in Belgium. We're gonna hang out. It's gonna be swell. But the thing is, my health has been such a disaster lately that I really didn't think that this was gonna work out. And I was feeling really bummed like all week about it because this has been in the plans for months. And this morning I woke up and I started to feel a little bit more human. And so of course we're gonna do what we always do when we finally start
start feeling human again, and that is to take it too far so that we feel really bad the next day. But I don't care today, all right? I don't. I simply don't. I want to see my friend. I want to enjoy this day. It's finally sunny. We can sit in bed tomorrow, okay? We've been sitting in bed for a while. That's not true. We've been going for our little walks. We've been doing well. We need to give ourselves credit. But I'm straightening up my bedroom. Are we going to be hanging out in my bedroom now? Remember when you were a kid and your mom was gonna have guests over, like grandma and grandpa were coming by, and your mom would be like, you need to clean your room, and then you'd be like, but we're eating dinner in the kitchen. I don't understand why my room needs to be clean. We're not gonna be hanging out in my room. And then she would make you clean your room and you didn't understand why. I get it now. Do I know what it is that I get? No, but I feel like I have to put my clothes away because my friend is coming over. But I've been in such a disaster. This is not gonna happen. I have to leave so soon. It's fine. This is the thing. Not only do we need to be like talking to ourselves like we would our friends, you know, when you start to have negative self-talk, you think to yourself, these are not the words that I would use for a friend. I also need to remember that if a friend had me come over to their house and they said, oh, this is the bedroom, it's a little bit messy, I would be like, it's fine. That's the thesis. It's fine. Maybe it's an act of self-care and therapy to just stop. Sorry, Taz, I have laundry. Oh, she's so cute. You kidding me? Good morning. Good morning. As you can hear from my voice, we had a lot of fun yesterday. Taz came by with her partner. It was very nice. They're both so nice, and we walked around and we looked at places and we ate so much food and came home and played Poetry for Neanderthals, which is one of my favorite games ever. It's such a great way to make memories and just laugh forever. So that's why we're wearing our Little Victories hoodie today. Honestly, huge victory. I was so afraid that my health wasn't going to let me meet Taz, and so I'm just very grateful. Like, my soul feels so full and so happy. Just mind-boggling how small the world is and how amazing connections are and how powerful friendship is and all those wonderful things. So that's my big win for this week for sure. She did something social. It's been so long of just like laying in bed and trying to recover from various things, and so yeah, huge day. Speaking of huge, you see this? I got sent a box of books from HarperCollins. I've been sent book mail once. One time a small publisher reached out and said, do you want some books? And I was like, what? Crazy? Because it is. It's so wild to me. And I've said before on my channel, like, how the heck do people just get sent books? What's that like and how does it happen? I got an email and now I got a box and I feel so fancy. So I thought we could unbox it together. So just so you know, this isn't sponsored. I was just really excited, so I just wanted to share it with you. That's all. That's all. It appears as though I have a HarperCollins employee's coffee on my box, which is pretty special if you think about it. It's pretty big. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, dear Allie, the first installment of your book haul has finally arrived. Oh, all but one of these are the books that I requested. So this is nuts. This is nuts. This is so exciting. So this is Bad Fruit by Ella King, and it's about a teenager and it's a mother and daughter relationship story. I believe it's litfic. Let me double check on all of these things. I don't want to give you fake news because Lisa Jewell blurbed the back and I had no idea that this also could be considered a thriller. This cover made me believe it was a litfic. Such different energies. Oh, it's horror as well. Okay, I knew it was about mother-daughter relationships, and really any book that does that I'm like immediately here for. Sniff test. 3.5 out of 5. Then we've got Amari and the Great Game and Amari and the Night Brothers, which are middle grade chapter books. This is actually the first one. This is the second one. And they're these great magical stories. I know that our protagonist's brother goes missing and then she does this magical journey to get him back, and there's all kinds of fun, fantastical creatures, and they just look so cute. They definitely seem very adventurous, but I do see them from time to time on cozy fantasy lists. Just look at her. Look at her on the little spines. You go, Amari. Like, come on. That's so cute and so fun. How can you not? These are by B.B. Elstep. Bing! Sniff test. You can really smell the ink on that one. And I'm more of a paper girl. 2 out of 5. This one, really good actually, by Monica Hasey, is a book from Carly's Influence. I saw it on her story, and I've also seen this cover everywhere because she pops. Maggie's marriage has ended just 608 days after it started, but she's fine. She's doing really good actually. Sure, she's alone for the first time and can't afford her rent, and her obscure PhD is going nowhere, but at the age of 29, Maggie is determined to embrace her new status as a surprisingly young divorcee. I heard that it's written really well and that it's actually quite funny, and it's hard to find funny books, so high promises, high expectations. Sniff test. It's okay. 2 out of 5. And then this is the last one that I specifically requested, Those People Next Door by Kia Abdullah. So this is one of those thriller spooky books that takes it spooky from real life happenings and present day tensions. It appears as though who we should fear in this book are our neighbors and the beliefs that they may hold. Sniff test. Ooh, yeah, sounds a little better. No one asked for this. 3 out of 5. So these are the ones I requested. Look how colorful and nice they look together. How fun. This is nuts. I got 7 free books. What? 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 And then this is one that Kemi wanted to send me, and I've seen it everywhere. Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Malors. This is a romance, but not healthy or good from what I understand. Uh-oh, and there's a really big age gap, 20-year age gap. I have hesitated for picking this up because based on the cover, I thought that it was like a retelling of Cleopatra and Frankenstein. And I'm like, I know that we live in a day and age where we keep retelling stories, but like that's a crossover that I'm not sure I'm here for. But it has nothing to do with Cleopatra, and it has nothing to do with Frankenstein. Are there quotation marks? Yeah! We need to stop the no quotation mark artsy fartsy decision. My brain is not, cannot, will not. Put quotation marks in your dang books. We have grammatical rules for a reason. Please. Thank you, Coco Malors. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ooh, okay. Listen to this quote. I'll put it here. I'll make myself small. I need to make money. I need to write today. I need to clean the bathroom. I need to eat something. I need to quit sugar. I need to cut my hair. I need to call Verizon. I need to savor the moment. I need to find the library card. I need to meditate. I need to try harder. I need to get that stain out. I need to find better health insurance. I need to discover my signature set. I need to strengthen and tone. I need to be present in the moment. I need to learn French. I need to be easier on myself. I need to buy organizational storage units. I need to be called back. I need to develop a relationship with the God of my understanding. I need to buy eye cream. I need to live up to my potential. I need to lie back down. Woo! That sold me immediately. Sniff test. That's actually the best one yet. 3.75. Maybe even a 4 out of 5. Pretty good. For reference, ooh, the Pendragon books by DJ McHale are the best smelling books in my opinion. 5 stars. So this is the base. We all have different noses and things we want to put in our nose. It's a free country. Wow. Yup. Thanks, Kemi. Thank you. Holy moly. Thank you. Wow. What a big day. The past few months have been very rough, but the past 2 days have been quite nice. We have not been reading. Kemi, you sent me all these great books, and I'm a fake booktuber. We still have only read 1 book for the BLOOMIN READ.A.THON, which is fine. I'm here to show you that that's fine. Every year I push myself to read as much as possible, but sometimes you just gotta heal. Today, though, I'd like to change that. I'm still reading both Lightfall Shadow of the Bird 2, this cute graphic novel about adventures and anxiety. It's great. And the second BLOOMIN book. I'm hoping to finish at least one of these today. We do have some editing to do and some admin. Like, we gotta do some work as well. We really do. I'm gonna have cheesecake for breakfast again. It's yogurt and fruit, and I'm an adult and I can do what I want, you know? So let's do that and get some stuff done. Top shelf of your oven and then the bottom shelf of your oven, and I'm just working with. I've been editing all day and my body hurts. So let's listen to that, shall we? Whew. Just like that, the day is done. The day is over. I mean, it's not. It's like 5, 6 o'clock, but to me, that means the day is over. If the sun has set, we're done here. I basically just studied all day and went to class. I did finish the second Lightfall graphic novel, which means that we have read 2 books for the BLOOMIN READ.A.THON, which is a huge success. Woo! So we can put their little book outfit on together as friends. Gorgeous. What do I count this as though? It's definitely soul nourishing. I think I'm gonna count this as the fertilizer space. So let's cut out a little guy. I actually don't know where my scissors are. Okay, I think a snail is in order. The snails are my favorite ones to stick on the board, but they are my least favorite ones to cut out. Ding! Da, 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 da. Sorry, it's dark. Daylight savings makes no sense. There we go. Look at that. So we have equal chance of getting bingo here or here. Also, look, I've been getting more points every day. Things are looking up, Millhouse. So I'm going to go do the rest of my evening. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Girl Celebrates Little Victories. Good night.
And that's that. I'm gonna end the video here. I read 2 books. We're in the middle of November and I've read 2 books. And I'm proud of these 2 books, man. Keeping the ball rolling doesn't mean that you gotta be going at full speed all the time with the ball. Just as long as you don't stop, you know? So we have 2 points on the BLOOMIN bingo board. Maybe we'll get some more reading done in the next vlog. Who knows? But we had fun, right? We got some stuff done. We made it through a whole nother week plus. Like, look at us. Thank you so much for being here. Not just in this video, in this cozy corner of the internet, but also on planet Earth. Huge success. And speaking of this cozy corner of the internet, thank you to everyone on patreon.com who make it possible for this cozy corner of the internet to survive. If you want to join the book club, get some funky fresh downloadables, join the Discord, etc., that will be linked down below. Also, there's another week to pre-order your spoon embroidery or snail screen printed shirts. These comfy charitable wearables are available for another 7 days. So get your orders in while you still can if you'd like. And another huge thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. If you'd like to save some money while doing some holiday shopping this year, you can just click the link in the description box below and get some jewelry for someone that you love if you'd like as well. We're at the final haul, y'all. 2023 is almost to a close. We got this. And as always, thank you for clicking, thank you for caring, and thank you for being nice. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.